Yes, people, what is happening for Liverpool profit back again with more Liverpool related transfers and transfer news to talk about. The usual, we have a story breaking on Liverpool's potential interest in Bradley Barcola from Paris Saint-Germain um, as a potential Isak, as a potential alternative to Isak. Uh, I wanted to touch on the centre back situation because it does look like now Liverpool could be interested in signing not one centre back but two centre backs. So there's interesting news there. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Before we start though, do remember to drop a like, drop a comment, and sub to the channel. It does go a long way, and I appreciate it a lot. So why don't we just get into it then? Liverpool's transfer news. So obviously Liverpool are interested in signing Alexander Isak. It's been known uh, all summer pretty much that we are interested in the signing of Alexander Isak. Now, with Newcastle missing out on Shesko, it may cause a bit of an issue because Newcastle don't have a replacement lined up for Isak. Um, However, what they do have uh, are alternative options that they can go for. Now, the options that they can go for, obviously on the eye, are not very appeasing. You've got Nicholas Jackson, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, all very underwhelming and unexciting options, but they're options nonetheless. So Newcastle preparing to lose Isak, they should be preparing to lose Isak, and whoever they bring in, whoever they get in, is on there. It's literally their problem, not our problem to deal with. So yeah, but I'm reading reports today that Liverpool are showing interest in Paris Saint-Germain's Bradley Barcola as a alternative should the Alexander Isak transfer to Liverpool not fall through. So the club, despite being confident and wanting to go for Isak, are also preparing for the possibility of us not getting him and us losing out due to Newcastle's stubbornness. So that's good to see that we have a backup option there and we have a plan B. And our plan B looks like it is Paris Saint Germain's Bradley Barcola as a alternative striker to bring in should the Isak deal not fall through. Um, so yeah, Liverpool are showing interest in Bradley Barcola, and it is pretty genuine because Fabrizio Romano has reported it. So we'll see what happens on that. But that's an interesting story, and that's an interesting link, and I find it intriguing that we're looking at Bradley Barcola. I can't lie, I do find it intriguing. Now, issue here seems to be though, I'm not sure for certain though, but from what I've been seeing and reading and looking up online about, it does seem to look like the asking price could be 100 million for Bradley Barcola. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I can't do it. I'm sorry. I think we need to walk away if that's how much Paris Saint-Germain want for him. That is way too much a price for Bradley Barcola. Albeit he's a decent player, he's a decent striker. Yes, he proved his worth last season in the Champions League for Paris Saint-Germain. I'm not saying he's not a good striker, but 100 million for him, I can't lie. I don't see it. I don't see Liverpool spending 100 million on Barcola, and I wouldn't want us to spend 100 million on him. I don't think, for as good as he is, I don't think he's worth 100 million. Um, no chance. So if we're going to do business with Paris Saint Germain, and if we're going to go in and if we're serious about Barcola, they're going to have to look at lowering that price because 100 million straight away is alarm bells in my head saying, you know what, Liverpool, just walk away. Just walk away. He is not worth 100 million. So I don't think Barcola's worth 100 million. And again, no, I don't think he's worth that much. Nowhere near worth that much. Do I want Bradley Barcola? Look, obviously the option, the first choice is Alexander Isak. My first choice is Alexander Isak, as is other Liverpool fans' first choice. He is the one that we all want, and he's the one that we know will change us from title contenders to, in my opinion, nailed on title winners. However, should the deal not fall through for whatever reasons, should it get blocked, I would be, and as would all of us, be looking at exploring other options. And Barcola, although it's not a name that would come to my mind straight away, it's definitely a decent option. Yes, he's not as good as Isak. He's not as proven as Isak. Yes, he's won a Champions League, but Isak is Premier League proven. Barcola isn't. So there is that. But I would definitely be open to the option of him should the Isak deal not fall through. But look, Isak's the number one choice. He's the one that we all want. He's the one that we all think and know that we're going to get. But if we can't get him, I'm open to Barcola. I'm open to it. So as long as the fee is lower, of course. As long as it's a reasonable fee and Paris Saint-Germain have got a reasonable number there, I wouldn't have a issue with us going in for Barcola. I see a lot of fans don't want him. They say he's unproven. They say they don't rate him as highly, which is fair enough. I can see why some fans would say that, but in my opinion, although I don't want him, I'll take him as a last resort. That's what I would say. I'll take Barcola as a last resort. So yeah, Barcola to Liverpool. It looks like it's just emerging, and it's an interesting one, an interesting story, and an interesting rumor. So we'll see what happens there. I don't think there's any real meaning to it. I think we'll still end up getting Isak, and Barcola will end up staying at Paris Saint-Germain. But look, rumors are there to be talked about. So yeah, we'll deal with that one. We'll see what happens with that though. I still think Isak's joining, so we'll see what happens. I wanted to move on to centre backs now. Centre backs are a must in our window. I didn't realise this today, by the way, but the window shuts on the 1st of September. I thought there was only about a couple, I thought it shut in mid-August or something. I genuinely had no idea that the window shut on the 1st of September, which I think is great. The window shutting on the 1st of September gives us more than enough time to go and address the little issues that we still have in our squad. That gives us time to go get a left winger, go get Isak, go get 2 centre backs. So there's no excuses really. The window shuts on the 1st of September. We've got more than enough time to go and make more signings and improve the squad even further than we have. Centre back position though, Liverpool are looking at 2 centre backs. I agree. This is the correct decision. We need at least 2 centre backs. Virgil obviously speaks for himself. He's in automatically. Ibu will partner him, but one, we don't know Ibu's situation and what's going to happen with him, his future at Liverpool, what that's going to be. Also, Ibu picks up a lot of knocks during the season, so he's bound to miss a couple games. So we are going to need someone to fill in. Cannot rely on Joe Gomez because, like Ibu, he's also injured. So should Ibu get injured, which we expect this season, there's no one to cover him. So I think we need 2 centre backs. One for cover of Ibu and another one because Gomez is unreliable. So looking into the market, Leone was an option that I mentioned yesterday. Guehi seems to have Guehi's name seems to have been brought back up again as a potential link. I don't think we will sign Guehi this summer at least. I think next summer he could leave on a free, but Palace won't want that. So again, the Guehi situation is interesting, but it looks like that Liverpool do and will sign at least 2 centre backs. We need 2 centre backs, otherwise we're leaving ourselves short. And what happens to when we leave ourselves short? It usually costs us. Look at our history. It cost us in 21-22. It cost us in 2021. It cost us even in 22-23. Us not having the sufficient depth, and that is something we need to really look at this summer and think, we know what, we need to have players in every position, and I think we do. I think we're a little bit light attacking wise at the moment, and I think we're a little bit light at the back, centre back wise. But other than that, I think our squad looks decent. So, like I said, Isak in, a left winger in, 2 centre backs in, 4 more signings. I'll take that. I think that's what we need as well. So, hopefully, FSG continue to cook. Again, centre back wise, it's interesting because I'm not sure who Liverpool have got their eye on particularly. Guehi's name was mentioned quite a lot. Then it came out that Konate might sign a new deal, and the Guehi links kind of went quiet and they died out. Now they've sort of petering back in. There's links to Leone as well. There's links to 2 other centre backs. So centre back, it's an interesting situation because I'm not sure who Liverpool want. I'm not sure who Arne Slot would want, and I'm not sure who the club would want and how much the club would be willing to pay for a centre back, for 2 centre backs. So I'm going to leave this one to the club. The club obviously know best in this situation. They will scout the right players. Slot will know who he wants. So I will trust Arne Slot here to bring in 2 new centre backs and 2 sufficient centre backs for cover. So I'll trust Arne Slot on here. And on Arne Slot, I have to say, it was very refreshing in Arne Slot's post match against Atletico Bilbao to hear him come out and say, to continue to be on top, to continue to win, you have to always look to improve the squad. And he said that, and he said it with confidence too. He said, his exact words were, Arsenal are going to strengthen, City are going to strengthen. It would be stupid if we are not looking to strengthen as well. And he's absolutely spot on. And he's been backed in the market too. I love Arne Slot coming out and saying publicly that Liverpool need to continue to strengthen to be on top. Whereas I think Klopp would have just been like, you know what, we have to do things in a different way. We can't do what other clubs do. Klopp would have sugarcoated it and protected the owners. I don't see Slot doing that. I think Slot just says it how it is, really, doesn't he? He says it how it is. He says Liverpool need to continue to spend and bring in signings to stay on top. Whereas I think Jurgen Klopp would have probably would have sugarcoated it, and he probably would have just been accepting of the situation. So that's a nice change from Slot to from Klopp to Slot. A bit more realism, a bit more saying it how it is. I enjoy that, and I like that a lot from Slot. It's one of Slot's traits that I like a lot. His ability to be calm, be measured, saying it how it is, not being emotionally attached to the squad the same way that Klopp was. So I think really all of the bad traits that Jurgen had, Arne Slot doesn't have, which I like. I think that's a positive. So Slot calling it and saying it how it is, and just saying straight up, if we're going to be on top, we're going to continue to be on top. We have to continue to strengthen every season. And he's right. He's absolutely spot on. Big up Arne Slot, man. What a manager. We are lucky to have him as our manager. We'll see where the window goes, though, man. We've still got until the 1st of September. I'll imagine there's going to be a lot more stuff going on, a lot more transfers, ins and out coming. So we'll see where it goes. But, guys, I'm going to head off. Liverpool profit. Peace out. I'll be back soon with another video. Stay tuned. Do drop a like on your way out, a sub, and drop a comment. Liverpool profit. Peace out. Up the Reds. Let's go.